this island could be at the dictionary under the word paradise because this is it.
I'm a drop in the ocean, just a face in a crowd waiting to be seen. Big dreams set in motion, I wanna go where no one's ever been.
Good morning. I'm at the port of Tobelo town on Halmahera Island because the main attraction here is the islands and beaches that are in front of the town. I am waiting for a local boatman to negotiate a price for a boat charter for a couple of hours. Fortunately, the distances here are quite small, so it shouldn't be very expensive because I'm alone here. This is not a very touristy place. It's quite difficult to find someone to share the costs with. Alright, good news. I got an offer for like 400,000 Indonesian rupiahs, which is surprisingly low, I think. I mean, alright, the distances are really not big, but I told the guy with my broken Indonesian that I want to visit some of the islands on the south side of the bay. They are a little bit further away. I think he understood what I want because the original price was like 300, so I told him I give an extra 100 or something, just go to those. He said okay. It's like 8:30 in the morning and it's already really sunny, so I think we are going to have an amazing day. I'm so excited because very happy about the weather, and I know that these islands are going to be awesome because I've been here once like 5 years ago and they're really impressive.
I can see the world from up here, from up here, from up here, the world from up here.
Okay, so I made it to the first island. That was like just a 20 minutes boat ride. This island is called Pulau Kakara. It is uninhabited. There's like a huge building and there are some like benches and places to sit. Maybe on the weekends there are people, but I think there's no one on the island to like, you know, take care of the beach. This would be a really nice place to stay. For example, like you could have, you know, like your own private island if you would stay here. But if I remember correctly, 5 years ago when I was here, this place was already closed, kind of abandoned. I'm sure like the COVID situation didn't really help, you know, the tourism here. If someone would take care of this beach and this whole island, then this would be really pretty. I mean, it's quite pretty as it is, but the trash is a little bit distracting. In my videos, I want to show you the reality. I don't really want to sugarcoat things. I could say, you know, this is the best beach in the world that nobody talks about. I could show you some shots where the trash is not visible, especially from the drone footage. This looks like true paradise, which is, but yeah, the trash is basically a big distraction. Yeah, it doesn't look good, of course. I truly believe that with a little more tourism, some impact maybe my videos can make, or maybe if some more people will come here, tourism would grow. Of course, I don't like mass tourism, but actually remote places like this, in my opinion, will never become super crowded because yeah, traveling here can be pain in the ass, and yeah, not everybody likes that. But a little more tourism, you know, could encourage people, the local people, to take better care of the beaches and the islands, because yeah, there is a huge potential in this whole area. But actually, in my opinion, the color of the water and the view of the city and the mountains behind, and also the volcano in the distance, that makes it really nice. So I don't know, I have mixed feelings, although I know this is not the prettiest island in this bay. I think the next one we are going to is called Pulau Pavola. It's a small, kind of like picture perfect island. Here we are, Pavola Island, and I think there's just a little trash. Much better than the previous one. Yeah, wow, the water is amazing too. Check it out. This is probably the nicest island in this bay. This is exactly what you picture when you think of like a small tropical island, because yeah, it has like white sandy beach, beautiful, amazing water around it, super clear, there's no one around. I'm not gonna lie, there is some trash on this beach, on this island as well, but not much, and it's actually pretty easy to ignore because this island is just gorgeous. Not only from the sky, you know, like the previous island, because yeah, that looked much better from the drone shots. I mean, this island is gorgeous from the drone shots as well, but also at sea level, because the sand is white, it's like powdery white sand. The water is just gorgeous, it's very clear, and the view of the nearby island, Pulau Tagalaya, makes it super pretty. And on the other side you can also see the mountains behind the city and the volcano. So yeah, that is pure paradise. Oh, super hot though, so actually I will go to the water a little bit and check out how it is underwater, have a quick look, and then we'll go to the next spot. There's one aspect I didn't really talk about yet, but this whole area, North Maluku, was an important place in the Second World War. There were some like Japanese bases nearby. Actually, one of the islands inside this bay, a little further to the south, called Meti Island, it has a nice guest house, or like cottages. I'm going to stay there, and that island was used as like a military landing pad for the Japanese during the World War. There are still some artifacts and some historical places like Japanese bunkers in the area that I can explore. And actually tomorrow I will also go to Pulau Morotai, which has amazing history as well, but more about these in the coming videos. I would really like to spend more time here. It's really hard to stop taking pictures and video clips, but yeah, there are still a few stops I want to take on this island hopping trip, so I guess it is time to move on. I don't want to damage the corals because they were, yeah, the water was very shallow, so it would be possible to go through with the boat and using like a pole to push us through, because it's not a big area, but I don't want to destroy the corals. Maybe if you come here, if you are here in the area, you want to snorkel here, for example, in the mangrove, or just want to go around, then probably if you come here in early morning or maybe late afternoon, you have better chances. Okay, so yeah, there's a pretty beach just at one side of the entrance to this waterway through the mangrove, and actually you can see them already here. We can't really go with the engine, but it's only like 20 meters, and actually there are no corals here. It's only like some seagrass and some rocks, but it's still pretty shallow, so the engine could get damaged. But wow, what a wonderful spot. This is so unique, I think, because this whole area has so many pretty white sandy beaches with some palm trees, as you saw it in the previous clips from like Pavole Island, for example, and then there is this mangrove. So this is like a sheltered bay, so the water is super calm. It looks like there's like a river or something. There's like water flowing outside from that side. Very interesting how, for example, where the water gets a little deeper, there's like a lot of like seagrass, and there's also some coral in it. So I think it's a pretty unique habitat, probably because of the seagrass, I think. I don't know if it's only me, but I think this beach, this area, this bay with the mangrove is very, very pretty, very interesting, very unique, What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Let's go to the next stop, which is Tupu Tupu Island. Sorry for the wind. This is kind of like an open beach. This island is amazing. I feel like it just keeps getting better. This is awesome. Actually, just as I set foot on the island, the sun went behind a huge cloud. It is kind of coming out, I hope. But I think from the drone footage you can see the true colors. It's just mind-blowingly beautiful. Interestingly, kind of like half of the island is rocky. So even I think the beach kind of like ends here. So there's like half of it is like the purest white sand you can imagine, and the other half is basically just a one big rock like this. But really, what a spot, what an island. I think I don't have to mention that I'm the only person on the island at the moment. It's an uninhabited tiny island. There's also the boatman, of course. I think he's on the boat relaxing. But yeah, there's no one around. Very quiet, although it is a little bit windy. But it's super peaceful and it's just gorgeous. If it would be in the Philippines or in Thailand, there would be like tour boats or like packages sold for people, you know, to visit an island like this. But here you can have it all for yourself. I'm gonna go back to the boat and then let's go over to the next island. The last island, it's called Pulau Klorai, I believe, and I'm not going to go on the island because it doesn't have an easy access. There are some corals in front of the beach, so I don't wanna risk the engine and also don't want to damage the corals. Anyway, the sun is not out anymore. I went for a ride with the drone. It looks great, especially there's another tiny island with some shallow water around it and a nice beach, and there are some beaches at the back as well. But yeah, it's not full sunshine anymore. Anyway, I'm happy that I was able to see it from the sky and from here. Okay, so it's not raining, actually the sun is kind of coming out again. I just got back to the port of Tobelo City. Wow, this was an awesome trip. Yeah, this is such an awesome place. It definitely deserves more recognition. I'm going to wrap up this video now because I have some other plans for today, but that's for another video. So if you enjoy places like this, don't forget to follow and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. That will be a big help. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.